The Chicago Bears have hired Richard Hightower to be their next special teams coordinator. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears offseason update video. If you guys want more of these, definitely be sure to subscribe to this channel. These offseason hiring videos are almost coming to an end because our staff is pretty much full now. Okay, we only have a few more spots to fill, so hope you guys have been enjoying these videos. After I'm done with these, I'll be going into free agent and draft discussion, because then there's a lot of stuff to discuss about what the Bears can do this offseason. Okay, there's going to be a lot of change on the roster, but getting into this video, guys, I'll be telling you guys a little bit more about our new special teams coordinator. His name is Richard Hightower. He's coming over from the 49ers. He was there since 2017, and I'll be honest, guys, this was not the main person I wanted for this role. I wanted Rich Bisaccia if there was any chance at him. There are some reports that the Bears might be interested in doing that, but unfortunately, that never materialized. But I'm not going to be too mad about this, okay, because a lot of people think that Richard Hightower also is a pretty good fit for this Bears team. So I'll start by going over his resume pretty fast. So he started out coaching football almost 15 years ago with the Houston Texans as a coaching assistant. He was also a special teams assistant there. After that, he went to Minnesota college football to be the wide receivers coach, going back to the NFL after that to the Washington Redskins to be the assistant special teams coach. After that, also coaching the defensive backs as well the following few years. Going to the Cleveland Browns in 2014 as an offensive quality control coach, and then after that landing with the 49ers as the assistant special teams coach back in 2015. And he was also on the Bears coaching staff in 2016 as the assistant special teams coach. So he's already been in House Hall. He already knows what it's like to be a coach for the Bears. And then after that, he went back to the 49ers to be their special teams coordinator from 2017 to 2021. The first time he held that role, and he held it for a pretty long time, okay? And a lot of people in the NFL did not think that he would leave the 49ers, especially after coming so close to reaching a Super Bowl, because he's pretty good friends with Kyle Shanahan, okay? Dating back to, I believe, their college days. So, it's a big get for Eberflus to steal this guy away from Shanahan's team. And if you look at his time as special teams coach, there were some successes and some failures as well. But for the most part, it was a pretty, I would say, mediocre run as special teams coach. Okay, there isn't anything like eye-popping on these numbers, because the special teams have ranked kind of middle of the pack most years. They were actually ranked 25th this year, according to Rick Gosselin's system of ranking special teams. So on paper, that's not really a good number, but you guys saw in the playoffs, his special teams helped them win some pretty big games. Okay, they blocked that punt against the Packers to score their only touchdown of that game and pull off one of the biggest upsets of the entire season. Robbie Gould was great the entire season. He was perfect in the playoffs. So there were some successes last year as special teams coordinator. His kick return unit still only averaged 18.9 yards per kick return, which is 28 in the NFL, which isn't good at all, but they also didn't have the most talent there at kick returner. The Bears have usually always had talent at kick returner, okay? Obviously in the past, Cordero Patterson, but even last year, we had some fantastic kick returners, okay? Jakeem Grant, he's not under contract anymore, but I'm assuming we might bring him back for another 1 or 2 years. We have Tariq Cohen hopefully coming back from injury. We also have Khalil Herbert down the stretch of last year. He had some really good kick returns. So maybe with more talent, his kick returning units would have more success. If you look at his time as special teams coordinator then in 2020, he helped punter Mitch Wisnowski have a really good year. Okay, he recorded the 9th most punts inside the 20-yard line with 25. They finished top 12 in both net and gross punting average. In 2019, he helped the 49ers special teams actually have an average starting field position of the 32.1 yard line for their drives, which ranks second in the NFL. They also held opponents to an average starting field position of 24.7, which ranked 7th in the NFL. So in 2019, they actually had a really good special teams unit, which helped them obviously reach the Super Bowl that year. In 2017, punter Bradley Pinion also set a career high with 41.3 net punting average, and the punt coverage unit ranks second in the NFL, only allowing 4.2 yards per return. Okay, it's some of the best numbers in the entire NFL. So he has had some successes, obviously some down years as well, but I feel like overall, guys, your special teams unit also largely depends on your talent, okay? If you already have a great kicker like the Bears do in Cairo Santos, that's probably not going to be an area of worry for the coach. If you already have great return men, like hopefully we get Jakeem Grant back, for next year. He's already a great return man. We already have, Khalil Herbert showing potential. Maybe Tariq Cohen if he's coming back from injury finally. He's obviously a dynamic return man too. So the talent here in Chicago is already pretty good with the special teams. So hopefully Hightower can come in and just continue on the stuff that Chris Tabor has been building here the past, 4 years. Okay, Chris Tabor was a great coordinator for us. He left to be the Carolina Panthers special teams coordinator because that's what assistant coaches usually do when their head coach leaves. It would have been nice to keep him, but Hightower, I feel like he can be pretty good for us as well. We do have to get a punter now because Pat O'Donnell is not under contract for next year. Maybe we get a different one. Maybe we stick with Pat O'Donnell. He's been with the Bears for a very long time, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with Jakeem Graham with other guys on the special teams as well. But hopefully our special teams unit continues being, some of the best in the NFL. Okay, welcome to Chicago, Coach Hightower. Let me know what you guys think about this move down below in the comments. But as always, bear down.